Hello everybody, so today I'm back at passingcar.de. Today we've got a very nice car. I think it's very nice. This is an X300 Jaguar XJR. So this is the first, I think, it's the second model. I thought the model before this was also called an XJR and had a little bit more power out of a straight 6. So this is also the only straight 6 supercharged XJR they sold, and it's only sold for 3 years. So from 1994 till 1997. So I think it's a very nice one. I don't know for sure which year it is, but it's in between 1994 and 1997. I have a look it up later and it will be in the description. So why I like this car is because this is the last 6-cylinder they built, 4-liter 6-cylinder they built. After this you got an XJR with a V8. So this particular engine is really developed. So it's also a really strong setup. So this particular car is a 4-liter straight 6 with a supercharger. So very big displacement from a 6-cylinder. So it's got a lot of torque, about 520 Newton meters, and that's a lot from a straight 6. So it's got 326 horsepower. Now I think the look, you have to like it, of course. And the last one I did was about 2 years ago. It was a turquoise one, very special color, but this is pretty nice. The only thing I should do is put it even lower to the ground. I think I really like that, and polish the wheels. But I think it's a very nice car. And there is not a lot of done with this car around engine tuning. I think the looks are good, but I think these engines can a really strong bottom end. So about the car. So this particular car has done 80,000 kilometers. It's in very nice condition. These particular models have some features in the interior that are not that good. This is nothing special. There's still plastic over needed, so it's still very good underneath. I'm not going to take it off, but I left it on. So it's a black interior with wooden trimming in the side. Electrical windows, electrical mirrors. Some buttons are in a really weird place. So for example, I think this button is for cruise control on or off or something, or it's dashboard lighting. It's just, I think it's a really weird place to put a button like that. But so leather interior, very nice interior. This sort of stuff, cup holders. Cup holders, sorry, here. Put the camera in the wrong place. Or these particular cup holders are always open and broken in all those cars. So you got a 4-speed transmission, American transmission from GM. It's a 4L80, very strong transmission, 2 settings, normal and sport. So that's cruise controls over here, 80,000 kilometers. So it only rests to 5,500 or just over it, not much. But it's a low RPM engine, so very low and a high torque engine. Very nice. So these particular cars you had also in a long wheelbase model, but not the XJR. They were also only delivered in a short wheelbase version, as far as I know. So back seats also very nice. Got some plugs. I don't know where it's from, but you can also heat the seats in the back. Also electrical windows, of course, armrest, sun visors. You can put them up. It's manual. It's not electrical. So something. Also these cars have sometimes a roof liner that is not that good, so this one is also repaired. But yeah, that's all features from this particular car. But technically, like engine and that sort of stuff, is very good. But electrically, it's an English car. But this particular car is in pretty good condition, low mileage, so very good. Trunk. What I really like about these models is that the trunk lid is completely open, so you can have a really big opening space. Some cars have a smaller space to put something in, but you can really use the space of this trunk. It can really fill it up. I thought it was around 420, 450 liters. So of course you also got a spare wheel. You also got ventilation in here. I don't know. I think it's because if you throw the trunk, you close the trunk, that the pressure is going away. There's a little bit to the side here. So batteries underneath here. The battery and electrical. How is that? What the relays are in and that sort of stuff. Also Harman Kardon sound system. Also very nice. I thought it was standard in the XJR. two pipes. It's still a very nice classic look. They did not change a lot in the Jaguars from the, I think from the 70s on. This line is still the same. It's a little bit not that round anymore, but this, I think it's really a really nice line. So it's on. Have a look. How big is the wheel? Can I find it? It's 225, 45, 17. Very nice wheels. I think they fit very nice to the car. The same wheels also in the back, of course, a spare wheel you saw. Also on this side. It's not that big. But you can sit there pretty good. Very nice. Also still an ashtray in the back, eh? 1994 you can still smoke everywhere. There's no problem. Also got a sunroof, of course. Also on this side. Also you got electrical seat also on the other side, of course. And yeah, dashboard, airbags you got in here. Air conditioning. So let's show you the engine. And also this, huh? This is nice. Big Jaguar in the front. And I think these particular cars will go up in the future, because it's a rare car. They build about 6,500 of these XJRs from the X300 model. It's the only 6-cylinder supercharged model, so I think it's not a bad investment. So 6-cylinder, 4-liter alloy engine with a supercharger. Very nice engine. It looks pretty clean. No bad leakages or something. The engine is pretty dry. Just very nice. Big Jaguar in the front. She's a big supercharger. So I think we should do a test drive in this beauty. I think it's a beauty. Two sides you have to close the trunk. So let's do a test drive. So let's have a test drive in this XJR X300 model. Sounds good. Have a look, where are my seat buttons? Oh, here. Okay. So that's pretty good. So, pretty nice. Put it a little bit backwards. AC can go off. Temperature a little bit up, 21 degrees. Yeah. A little bit of heat in the car. So personally, I have a little bit of a feeling for this particular model. I really like them. I like the look of it. It's just, and yeah, I don't know, the interior is, yeah, it attracts me to it. So I think it's pretty nice. Put the lights on. Yeah. So yeah, very nice. Built between 1994 and 1997. They built 6,547 cars of the XJR. The total. I thought also the XJR was the most sold model of them. They also sold a 3.2 6-cylinder and a 4-liter 6-cylinder normal aspirated. And I thought this was also the most sold model of those three. So only the XJR was delivered with an GM 4L80 transmission, a 4-speed, and the rest was with an, I don't know, I thought it was a ZF transmission, but this particular model was stronger. In the later XJRs that came after this, that's the 308, I think, they use a transmission from Mercedes, 722 6.5-speed, but this is 4-speed. So this particular engine delivers 326 horsepower and 520 Newton meters. So this particular car is 1875 kilos and can push it to 6.3 seconds around 0 to 100. I think it's pretty good for a car like this, but I think it's pretty underestimated, this particular engine. I think there are some guys who are tuning it, but very high engine power you don't see that is needed, but I think it's a very underestimated engine. It's double overhead camshaft, I thought, and this particular car has that was also a thing to mention. If you got a normal aspirated version, the 4 liter, and the supercharged version, they are not that much different. The only difference in between those engines is the compressor ratio and the timing of the cam timing. That's a little bit different, because if you've got a supercharged engine you want a little bit different cam timing. So this particular engine is fully forced, so forced internals, forced pistons, crankshafts and rods. Also the normal aspirated 4 liter has a forced crankshaft and rods, so the only difference is the pistons. So this is 8.5 to 1 compression ratio, and the normal version is 1:10. So that's the only difference. So this particular car has have a look. It's an eaton supercharger, eaton blower. It's a root style compressor, a root style blower. So how you say that in English, I don't know, but it's a root style supercharger. Most people know what I mean there. So this particular engine is called the AJ16, and the supercharged model is the S. It's called the S model. So for the rest it's pretty luxurious. You got air conditioning, and it's just electrical windows, heated seats in the front and the back. It's all standard. So it's very nice. And they drive very good. They can handle a lot of kilometers and a lot of miles, and then you see them for sale for a lot of really, really high mileage. The only thing, the fuel consumption is a little bit higher. I thought I'd have a look. The fuel consumption is about 20 miles per gallon. No, it's not that bad. Even 8.5 liters of fuel, 100 kilometers. Yeah. You know that when you buy a car like that, I think. So pretty nice. I think they are underestimated in value, because they are getting rare. And I think it's a very good investment to buy a car like this, because they are pretty cheap. You can buy them. The range of these particular cars it depends on the condition. So it depends on the condition of the car and the miles it's in, but the prices are in between a few thousand euros up till 20,000 euros. And if you pay more than say 15 or something, you have a low miles car like this, 80,000 kilometers. So I think the value will go up. So very nice car. So acceleration 6.3 seconds to 100. We should try that. We got also on the transmission a normal and a sport setting. It will shift a little bit faster, I think. I don't know for sure what the optional thing on that is, but we will see. So acceleration 6.3 seconds. So let's have a look. I can put the transmission in sport mode. You can see it here. So it will shift, I think, faster and a little bit more RPMs, I think. So I also want to mention is the car weighs 1775 kilos, so the drive ready weight is around 1875. So we shall see how good this car will perform. I don't know how good the traction control is, but we will see. So I got wheel spin. Here the supercharger, very nice. So at 5,500 RPM the car starts shifting. It stays pulling, that's very, very nice. So that's 4th gear at 200. Very nice. So top speed of this particular car is it's limited at 250 kilometers, but I don't know how fast it will go. I think at 260, 270, I think the end is there, because it shifts to 4th gear already at 200 kilometers. So yeah, very good. Brakes are very good. So it drives very nice. So before I mentioned it was 1875 kilos, but it's 1775. So that's yeah, it drives very good. It revs up till 5,500 RPM. It's a little bit bouncy because it's set for a while, so the tires are a little bit square. It should not be a big problem. The road handling is pretty good. The supercharger, I really like that noise. You put an open air box on it, you have even more supercharger sound. It's really nice. So, hope you like this video about this Jaguar XJR X300 series. So, I think it's a really nice car. I really like this particular model. So if you're looking for an XJR that is in pretty good condition, then this is a very nice car to go and have a look at. 80,000 kilometers, just over 80,372 kilometers. So that's not much for a car like this, because these particular models are really driven. A lot of them are over 300,000 kilometers. So this particular car is for sale at passioncar.de. There's a link below the video. Also the advertisement link is over there. Also information about this particular model you can find in the description. I'm also busy with a website. It will be also, when it's online, it will be also on that website, a lot of information and pictures on JMSpeedshop.com. So have a look there. Also there are the links. And don't forget to subscribe to my page. In the right corner for you there's a link to my channel. And have a look there. Look through all my videos I've done. And projects and that sort of stuff. All different kind of cars. Have a look. If you like it, subscribe, comment, put a thumbs up. And see you next time for the next video. Hopefully the weather will be a little bit better than today. So thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.